Hello, so this video is titled Goodbye Old Friend, because I'm trading in my 2013 Chevy Volt that I've had for over 7.5 years today. So this is the last day I have it, and I'm not gonna say what I'm trading it in for because I don't know, it's fun. I'll probably make a video about it later. But if you know me, you can probably guess what it is. I just want to go over a couple things, just kind of a say goodbye video. So I bought this car June of 2016, and today is February 24th. 2024, so do the math on that, a little over 7.5 years or so. A couple things I want to go over is how much mileage I put on the vehicle since I bought it, because I bought it used. 2013, I bought it in 2016. I want to go over how many of those miles were that I used the gas engine and how many miles that I used the battery, and then like a percentage. You know, I could go over like some numbers of how much money it saved me compared to a pure gas vehicle, but I don't know, I'm not, because there's just so many factors like price of gas and what MPG your car gets and blah, blah, blah. So it's funny, it's a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. I made a whole video on it a while back, 4 or 5 years ago. Kind of a Doug DeMuro inspired review of this car. What's funny is that what's given me the most trouble on this car is not the battery or the electric powertrain, it's been the engine. The engine light came on a while back. I went and took it in. They couldn't find anything really wrong with it except for a cylinder was misfiring. So they're like, what we can do is change the plugs. So I changed the spark plugs and that fixed the problem. But recently I took it for a trip, a little trip, not far, like a day trip, and the engine light came on blinking and then would go away. It's just like, I'm just done with, I'm sick of burning gas. I want a pure EV. So that's kind of why. But other than that, it's been a great car, just outstanding. It's fun to drive. It's been a good family car. I have 2 kids, a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, and they've been in this car their whole lives. And of course my wife's car, which is back there, the 2013 Prius. But without further ado, let's hop in and go over some numbers. As you can see, and this is really bad camera work, but the interior is, I've kept it clean. I vacuumed it out, I wiped down stains and stuff, and not bad. Passenger seat, like brand new. My seat's a little stained, obviously, because it's the one that gets used the most. Not like from liquid, just like from sitting in it all the time. I don't know. Highest possible, drive with care. I think that's always fun. It'll be funny when it comes up. It comes up if the outside temp is 33 degrees or below. And what I think is funny about that is I'm always like, yeah, ice is possible. Ice is very possible in this world. But so I have the Trip B pulled up, okay? And this is interesting because I set this trip when I got the car, and I haven't messed with it since. So as you can see, the mileage is 100,000 miles. I thought it would roll over and just start again, but it doesn't. It just stayed there. I put more than 100,000 miles on it. We'll get to that in a second. You can see the gallons used right there. That is how many gallons of gas I've used in driving this car over. We'll get to the mileage. And then average MPG, I wouldn't worry too much about that because that doesn't take into account the efficiency of the electric motor, but that's if you want to think about that. As you can see the odometer there, the vehicle has 147,584 miles on it. Now I'm going to cut to a picture I took of the receipt when I bought the car, and when I bought the car it had 26,659 miles on it. Okay, follow me so far? Good? No? Great. Okay. This vehicle's rated at 37 combined city highway MPG. So that's 37 miles per gallon when the engine's running is what I use. So like I said before, as you can see here, that's the total amount of gas I used out of the 120,925 miles I drove. So if you calculate 611.9 times 37, you get 22,640.3 miles. All right, that's how many miles I drove on gas. If you subtract that number from 120,925, you get 98,284.7 miles that I drove on the battery. And in percentages, those are 18.7 roughly percent that I drove this car using gas, and 81.3% that I drove with this car using the battery since I've had this car. So take with that from what you will. I think the point I'm not really trying to make any point. I'm just going over the numbers. If you use a plug-in hybrid, right, and plug it in all the time like I do, like you're supposed to at home, you will use the battery power more. It's interesting, very interesting. So really quick, while I have you, if you've made it in the video this far, congratulations. Our sponsor today is nobody, because I don't make any money on this channel. I want to go over a couple things. One is talk about hybrids and electric vehicles and when it's cold winter, so pretty much below 40 and freezing, and why I haven't made videos on this channel for over a year. So first thing, we'll just say EVs in wintertime. Lithium-ion batteries, they're just not as efficient when it's cold. I don't know why. I'm sure there's a lot to it. For this car specifically, it's rated at 38 miles on the battery when it's fully charged. okay? And in the summertime, how I drive, I can usually get that and usually over. So 40, 41, 42. All right, in the wintertime, if it's, let's say like today, it's 22 degrees outside. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's 22 degrees outside, and if you have to run heat, it doesn't have a heat pump, so it's, I forget what it's called, but it's like coils that warm up, all right? So it takes a lot of energy, okay, essentially. Yeah, if you have to run heat, you're driving maybe on slippery roads, whatever, you're probably gonna get about 25 miles out of the battery before the engine kicks in. So in the wintertime, if you drive this a lot, you're going to be using the engine a lot more, which if you don't mind burning gas and paying for gas and deal with all that crap, then it's fine. I just thought of this. I should also mention the maintenance on this car. Like I said, the biggest maintenance cost was when I had the plugs changed because the engine light was coming on. That was like $500 or $600. Other than that, it's been some tire. I've replaced the tires a few times, obviously, and I've had the oil change, I want to say 4 or 5 times because I have it changed about every 2 years. That's pretty much it. Never had the brakes fixed, never needed to. The regen slows the car down for the most part. But yeah, so winter driving is just gonna be, you're just not gonna get as much range out of a EV as you would in the summertime. Summertime, they're great, like awesome. So last but not least, and then I'll stop talking to myself here. Why haven't I was making videos like every month about my solar system, and that's still doing great. January was the worst month as far as kilowatt hour production goes that I've ever had. It was just dark and cold all month. It sucked. Nothing wrong with the system, just no sun essentially. February's been a lot better. I mean, I could blame it on any number of things, but I just you know, I wasn't getting very many views, and I was getting kind of tired of talking about the system, and nothing was really changing. And you know, I'm a full-time stay-at-home dad, so you know, I could blame it on my kids, but it's a lot. Any full-time parent knows. And if you have more than, I can only speak to having 2 kids, so if you have more than that, whew, good luck. But 2 kids is, again, they're 5 and 3. So, you know, the last couple of years they've been 4 and 2 and 3 and 1, and they need you all the time, all the time. Being a stay-at-home dad, I've called it the hardest, easiest job I've ever had. In that any task you do is easy, super easy. Having somebody there constantly on your butt, I hate to say it like that because my kids are great, it's very hard. You don't get a break. You don't get time to just go outside for 30 minutes and do something you needed to get done. None of that. So sit back outside and go around the car one more time and say goodbye. Obviously it's winter time, the car's dirty. Let's just do a quick run around. Kept it nice, haven't had too many dings. Little ones here and there, but it's been a good car. A little sad to see it go, but very excited about what comes next. No license plate for some reason. Even though you can see everybody's license plate on the road. There's my panels covered in snow. All right, so that's the car. Bye-bye, miss you. You're a good car. Goodbye, old friend. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.